That's fascinating. So a couple things on that. So one, far and away, the most enjoyable parts of the book to write were not the law parts. For me, it was the story, and about 100
Hmm.
pages of the book is just literally true crime, play by play. This was how it all went down from literally the childhoods of Bernard Getz and the four victims on through literally Getz jumping off the train and running away and then ultimately getting apprehended. That was fun to me because it was sort of writing about, in a way, my childhood, about New York, about what it was like, the grit and the grime and the disorder and the chaos. The hardest parts to write were the law portions, I think, only because making them interesting for a lay audience is always it's the challenge of a television analyst, right? How do you make this, one, so people can understand it, but two, really want to keep listening and really want to follow what I'm saying. My agent, which is like, you are the guide to people who don't quite know where to go, and they will follow you. So give them sort of a reason to follow you. And so both sprinkling in anecdotes about how, like, explaining every legal concept through an anecdote or a story or a tale rather than saying this is how it works. And so, for instance, one thing I had to explain, Joyce, was transactional immunity, which is, to you, it's so basic. It's such a legal concept. But how do you explain that? How do you explain this idea of when someone goes on the grand jury, like they're immune from prosecution for the things they say? Well, look, I just said it in one sentence, but that was boring. So let's figure out a way to say it in a more compelling way.